Welcome to another podcast from George Eastman House, International Museum of Photography and Film.
I'm David Wooters, and I'm the archivist in the photo collection at the George Eastman House in Rochester, New York. We have a collection of photographs by Louis Hine, 6,000 prints and 4,000 negatives, about 10,000 photographs total. He was a teacher at the Ethical Culture School in New York City, and his principal, Frank Manny, sent him to Ellis Island because he wanted Hine to photograph the immigrants arriving at Ellis Island. Manny wanted the students at the Ethical Culture School to have the same respect for the immigrants arriving at Ellis Island that they had for the pilgrims. So Hine's first photographic assignment, right, is to photograph respectfully. And I think every assignment he did after he did photographing respectfully. You know, this is the era of it's like Margaret Burke White photographing for Fortune magazine, and Charles Sheeler photographing the River Rouge plant, Ford manufacturing plant, right? And it's about the industrial sublime. It's about the power of industry. Right? For Hine, industry was about workers, and it was about labor, okay? And it was about the power of the person, the man behind the machine. This is a photograph that's fairly well known. We refer to it as Powerhouse Mechanic. The nice thing about having a collection the size of the collection that we have for Hine is that you can get a sense of Hine at work. We have a tendency to think of photographers as just being lucky, you know, having been in the right spot at the right time. This is a series of photographs that shows you Hine was not just in the right place at the right time, but Hine had an idea, right? And he had different people that he posed trying to implement that idea. So here you can see this fellow in the same basic pose, you know, with a wrench on the end of a turbine, same as this fellow. Here he is, he gets a second chance. Here's another fellow, you know, this wrench, the worker with the big machine. The same pose. I had to look twice to make sure it wasn't the same person. Okay. And here's this one again. And so what you begin to understand is obviously, first of all, you know, it's not just a lucky shot. You know, that Hine had an idea. And so you start to look, so why do we know this picture and not all of these? And what this is Hine found the guy who looked as powerful as the machine. That's what you get from that picture that you don't get from these. You know, Hine, there was a body type that Hine wanted. There was a kind of worker that he needed for this picture to be successful. But that's all in his head. You know, it's not like he just saw this. I mean, Hine certainly understood, as you see on the back, Hine's stamp. You know, you can call him a documentary photography, but Hine's own stamp says interpretive photography. Okay? And what this interprets, I think, better than these photographs do, is the strength of the individual. I mean, he found a guy with good body type, right? Good muscles. His form, right, is contained within the circle of the end of the turbine there. The pulling of the wrench, it really looks like this machine can't work without this man, you know. These I don't have that feeling, you know. These look, I think, more like these are men tending to machines, you know. And this one, I think it's more of the man is equal to the machine. And I think that's why this one is so strong.
We hope you've enjoyed this Eastman House podcast, and if you'd like to find out more, visit us at eastmanhouse.org. This Eastman House podcast is made possible by the generous support of Midtown Athletic Clubs, a leader in upscale athletic and sports resort management with facilities throughout the U.S. and Canada. Visit us at midtownclubs.com.